What we got here? Outside
Outside
linebackers.
linebackers.
So Clowney, Johnson, Chason, Leota. He's had some really good moments in the preseason. I really like him, and he just recently followed me on TikTok, so he's definitely making the team. We have who else? Man, so Wonnum, is he going to start the year off on the pup?
I'm
Definitely.
pretty sure
Okay,
he is.
and Barno
Pretty
as
sure.
well. Man,
Yeah.
man, forgot Barno was even here.
I thought Barno was getting cut, but we can get in that discussion another day. I thought Barno was going to make this team anyway.
Yeah.
He might not, Dave.
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to.
Yeah.
It don't matter if he was injured, healthy.
Yeah.
They're not going to.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to try to preserve him, is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one, Dave. Go ahead, Ben.
I don't know how many outside linebackers in a 3-4 scheme would typically make the 53-man roster. But when I did my initial 53-man prediction, I only had 4. I had Clowney, Johnson.
Well, last year they kept
Chason.
6.
They kept 6. Okay,
Six
so
outside
yeah.
linebackers. They did get cheap.
Last year. Yeah.
I would Clowney, Johnson, Chason, and Leota are locks for me. And then I don't know if I had to add one more. Maybe they start out with Gill or Villain, and then once Wonnum is healthy, obviously he comes back and either is added to the group or replaces that last guy. But I only had 4 in my initial projection, but it's probably more likely 5.
Okay.
All right. Who's next? Oh. Go ahead, Doug.
I hate because I'm keeping it real, man. I didn't see something. DJ Johnson's not the starter. I'm just gonna put it out there.
He's not going to be the starter. I don't agree. I completely agree with you. I don't think he'll be the starter either.
One thing that I'm definitely looking forward to, if you're trading for a TMJ trade him for a starting outside linebacker, or trade him for a starting outside linebacker that can come in and compete and push Chason and DJ Johnson and Leota on the other side. Also, I do think that room may add a particular person due to the waiver wire. One thing I don't think any of us have even said, we have number 1 dibs on the waiver wire. So some of these spots are going to be, hey, you're here, then you're cut because somebody else got released on another team. So right now, I would say Clowney. I'm going in order: Chason, Leota, DJ Johnson, and Wonnum and Barno.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Ryan.
That's pretty much my order there. Clowney, Johnson, Chason, Leota, Wonnum, Barno. And then I will say, going back to the Terrace Marshall trade stuff, this is the only position that I personally think, if they are going to trade Marshall, it's going to be for this particular position right here, for help here. If they don't like the return that they're going to get for this particular position with Marshall, then I think they keep it. This is the one position I think Marshall gets traded for.
And can I say off of Ryan's point there, because I was actually about to bring this up, and this is a perfect segue. People have been talking a little bit on Twitter about this Ernest Jones guy with the Rams. He's a linebacker. He obviously is going to have familiarity with Evero. Evero's
he played with Evero with the Rams. Yeah.
With the Rams, yep. And it says Rams have granted linebacker Ernest Jones and his agents permission to seek a trade. There's a lot of people saying we should try to trade for him. So to Ryan's point, I mean, maybe if we do trade TMJ, we could package something to get somebody like that back. It'll be interesting.
Okay. Well, I'm going to touch on that more when we get to the inside linebackers. But I'm glad you brought that up, Ben.
Okay.
CJ, what you got?
Clowney, Johnson, Chason, Leota, and I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe this is one of those positions where they keep 5. You know, maybe this is one where they do something different than what they did last year. Maybe they don't keep 6. They keep 5, and then maybe you can add a spot to another position. You know, but who that'll be if they kept 5, Clowney, Johnson, Chason, Leota, And to be honest with you, I know it's kind of skipping the list here, but I like what I saw out of Derek McClendon. And I was
I
at
do
camp
too,
a lot,
D Mac.
and
I do
especially every
too.
time I sat over on general admission side, he was always the first one out. Always out, always practicing, working on his craft. And I like what I saw from him. He had a sack in the first game. I want to say he had a sack in the second game as well. So, you know, that would be kind of my my outside pick to get in would be McClendon.
I forgot about McClendon. I agree with
Yeah.
CJ. If he doesn't make the 53 man, he's definitely on the practice squad. I forgot about
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna be quick with mine, man. It's Clowney, Johnson, Chason, Leota, and McClendon for me with those 5. If we decide to use an IR spot for Wonnum, cool. I think Barno has to go. I'm done.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the Barnum
Yeah.
Experiment
experiment
has
is
ran its
over.
course.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
Barnum experiment is over. I'm
And
done
I
with it.
agree with y'all. I agree with you, Dave. 100% in that order. Clowney, Johnson, Chason, Leota, Derek McClendon. That Warner will be put on the pup list. They're not going to cut Warner, and when he come off that pup list, I think he's going to work his way back into that starting rotation. And I think this is where you will see like Derek McClendon get moved to the practice squad and get a little bit more development out of him. So yeah, that's my take on the outside linebackers as well.